Hey, what up, guys? Doing another What's Next. This is on my number 4 heavyweight in the world right now. He is the former unified heavyweight champion, Andy Ruiz Jr. Ruiz last fought in December when he lost the unified heavyweight title to Anthony Joshua in their rematch. Joshua, Ruiz beat him the first time last June by a shocking 7th round TKO upset. And then in their rematch in December, Joshua came in much lighter, Ruiz came in much heavier, and Joshua completely dominated, outboxing Ruiz to a one-sided 12-round unanimous decision to regain the unified title. So now, we know he's switched trainers. There's been talks of him taking a kind of a interim fight at some point, especially when the virus is done, the coronavirus pandemic. And then he's talked about interest in Luis Ortiz, which we'll get to. So, but nothing is confirmed as to what he's doing next. So let's take him through the top 10. Let's take Andy Ruiz through the top 10 and see what's next for Andy Ruiz. We start with the number 1 heavyweight in the world right now, and that's the undefeated WBC champion Tyson Fury. Fury's not interested. Well, Fury's got Deontay Wilder in their third fight. He's got to do that next. So him and Andy Ruiz is not possible. Number 2 is the undefeated unified champion, a rubber match with Anthony Joshua. Joshua would be interested, but he can't do it next. He has 2 mandatories due, and this fight, I don't see it happening next or anytime soon, so not possible. Number 3 is former longtime WBC champion Deontay Wilder. Wilder's not looking here. He's got a 3rd fight with Tyson Fury due, so no way this fight happens next. Ruiz is 4. Number 5 is Luis Ortiz, a former 2-time world title challenger. This fight is very possible, but I don't think it's going to happen next. I really think Ruiz wants to come in good shape and beat somebody else, and then make that a prelude to a showdown with Luis Ortiz. I do think the fight could happen before the end of the year, but I think both these guys are probably going to, they possibly could agree to fight on the same card since they're both with the PBC. Fight on the same card, both get victories, and then boom, go against each other later in the year. I think that's possible, but I don't see it happening next for Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. Number 6 is the undefeated and former undisputed cruiserweight champion, Alexander Usyk. Not possible. Usyk is facing Derek Chisora next ahead of a WBO title, a mandatory title fight. So Andy Ruiz not going to get him next. Number 7 is Dillian Whyte, the WBC interim champion. I think, there was interest here. Dillian Whyte wanted to face him, but now Dillian Whyte's moved on. He's facing Alexander Povetkin next, the former champion. He's got him in his next bout. And then after that, he's likely going to be in line for the winner of Fury and Joshua. So I don't see Whyte and him locking horns, so not possible. Number 8 is a rematch with Joseph Parker. They fought. A lot of people don't know this, but, Andy Ruiz and Joseph Parker fought back in 2016, and Andy Ruiz lost a close majority decision to Joseph Parker. So you would think a rematch at some point, Andy Ruiz would want it, but here's the thing. Parker's he's an awkward style. He's a tough guy to beat, and he's not a huge name. So, all that being said, Andy Ruiz, unless he has to take that rematch, at least right now, I don't see him going after it. I mean, and especially now since he wants to make sure his new trainer's good and he's in shape. So I don't see it. Plus, it's PBC and Matchroom working together again. Not to completely rule it out, but I don't think Andy Ruiz wants a rematch with Parker next, so I don't think so. Now is our 3-way tie for 9th. We start with Alexander Povetkin, former champion. Not seeing this one. Povetkin, I think Povetkin would be down for the fight, but he has his a showdown with Dillian Whyte next. That's almost for sure going to happen for the interim title. And then after that, if he wins, he would face the winner of Wilder Fury 3, most likely. So, this fight's not possible. Also tied for 9th is Kubrat Pulev. Not going to happen. Pulev is challenging Anthony Joshua for the unified heavyweight title next. So no chance of this one. And then finally, in the 3-way tie for 9th is former world title challenger Michael Hunter. And this one is not happening next. Michael Hunter, as long as he's legitimately with Matchroom, which I think he is, it looks like Michael Hunter's going to be facing off against he could be facing off against Joseph Parker, or he's probably going to get a Matchroom guy. You know, I wouldn't completely rule it out if he's not with Matchroom, or if Matchroom and PBC want to work together for this one. I wouldn't completely rule it out, but I'm leaning towards the less likely, because I just don't think I don't think Andrew Ruiz really wants to test himself to this level, but he might, because you know Michael Hunter's he's solid, but he's a beatable fighter, so maybe he would go after this one next. So we just gotta wait and see. But that's it. That's my what's next on. That's my what's next on Anthony Joshua.
No, man,
the former.
It was like this little white husky thing. I want to name him Whitey.
1 second, guys. That's my what's next on Anthony Joshua. I mean, on Andy Ruiz Jr., the former unified heavyweight champion, and we'll see what he decides. I personally think it's going to be a stay busy opponent. I don't think it's going to be anybody too threatening. But also, Andy Ruiz is not a guy that likes to stay in you know, that likes to train a lot and fight a lot. I think, and what I mean is, he likes to fight, but I think he's only going to want big fights going forward. So he's not going to want to take too many stay busy fights. So there is an outside chance that he could face a decent heavyweight next. But I really think he's looking at that fight with Luis Ortiz and really considering it. And I absolutely think that fight can happen. So we'll see what happens. That's the what's next on my number 4 heavyweight in the world, Andy Ruiz Jr. Hope you enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.